Alright guys, welcome back to another fanfiction idea, and I'm doing another adaptation of a comic event. And this time around, I'm going to be doing an event based off of Fear Itself. Now, if you don't remember Fear Itself, I don't blame you. It's literally one of Marvel's most forgotten events. So basically, this event, just a quick crash course of what this event was all about. This was a story where the Red Skull's daughter, Sin, took on the Red Skull mantle and freed Cole Bronson, aka the God of Fear, Odin's brother, and Thor's uncle, who was also the Serpent. Now, this story also had, most people remember this story for one thing, and that's the hammers and the cool, avatars of fear, that was what it was most known for, of making, the Thing and the Hulk and the Juggernaut into avatars of fear and whatnot with these special hammers. So, this story, this story is basically an adaptation of that, but we're gonna go. There's gonna be a lot of elements here, but there is gonna be a lot of twists and turns as well. So, so this story is basically what it starts off with Millennium going to a remote part of the Norway, the deepest parts of the Norwegian forest, and finding this old dead tree, even though there's life around. There's life in the rest of the forest, but this tree is dead, and it's everything around it is decayed. So it's almost as if life doesn't just want to grow here, and it just feels unnatural. So it turns out that Millennium's been looking for this tree for a long time, because it's not so much the tree they want, it's what's in the tree. So the Major orders that the tree be cut open, and out pops a woman. Out pops a woman who was trapped there. This woman is known as Morgana Butterfly. Yeah, that's right. She is not only Star's aunt, Wayward Aunt, but she's also Moon's sister. Yeah, she's Moon's long-lost sibling. Basically, more hidden history is that in this storyline, Morgana was the elder sister of Moon. But the problem is that she was using magic that was deemed dangerous, kind of like the soul of the energy draining abilities that Meteora had, and she was basically leeching life off of other beings, and essentially she would also instill fear, she could use fear spells and stuff like that. She was known as the Queen of Fear, essentially, and Moon's mother had to send her away to Earth. She sent her to Earth, but she thought, hey, maybe if I can banish her to Earth, she'll be contained. Because at that point, no one, humans didn't realize, Earth didn't work like that. However, it didn't. That's right, it didn't work at all like that. And Moon's sibling, Moon's Morgana, was defeated by a sect of wizards. Was defeated by a sect of wizards, and she was locked away in this tree for centuries. More or less that it was, and you're maybe thinking, wait, centuries? How does that even work? Well, more or less, not only did Moon's mother send Morgana to Earth, she sent her to a different time on Earth. She basically broke the laws of time and flung her daughter back to a time where she thought she wouldn't be able to do any damage. Unfortunately, it didn't work out very well, because, Morgana took on another name in that timeline. Morgan Le Fay. Yeah, she is Morgan Le Fay. She took on the name Morgan Le Fay in the timeline, and the wizards were all trained by Merlin, and the Knights of the Round Table and Arthur defeated her ages ago. So, now, basically what it is now is that Morgana is freed, And the first thing she does, like, Millennium just wants, like, hey, we wanted a big gun in our, our big siege against the world, and you're the biggest gun we have. And Morgana's like, cool beans. Hang on, let me do something real quick. Basically, Morgana forges a bunch of dark wands throughout, like, basically harnesses her dark energy to create, like, a bunch of wands to create the Heralds of Fear. She basically wants to create the Heralds of Fear to spread it across the world. And then once those wands are freed, she sends them flying all over the world, and those who are worthy of this are called, like, they're beckoned to the wand to take it. So yeah. Now it's not like with a Sinestro Core ring where it's like you have great, you can instill great fear. It's more like no. We're gonna take them and corrupt them with their own fears and make them into powerful warriors to serve the Queen of Fear. So, in this, the wands spread everywhere. Wands land in Britain, Ireland, Japan, Mexico, everywhere. And certain people reach out, like, not just villains, but also heroes feel the call of these wands. So among those who feel the pull of the wand is one is Wendy. Wendy gets her own wand and gets transformed into a being called what was the name I gave it? I'm forgetting the name, but she gets turned into a new being. Sailor Moon gets a wand that corrupts the Silver Millennium Crystal and poisons it with fear. But more or less, like I said, their fears are what fuel these creatures, like these new forms' power. Like, Sailor Moon's, like, doubts and insecurities fuel hers. Wendy's was, like, her own, like, anxiety and panic that she hides from everybody else. You have Zoe, aka Black Cuervo, who becomes a avatar of fear, and she becomes her fears basically were like that she's going to never be able to be loved by Manny, El Tigre. So that was her fear manifested. And a few others also get corrupted by their own fears into these all-powerful magic beings. And wherever they go, they spread, like, fears like a disease. Like, fear, anxiety, pain. Wherever they're going, they're like a walking plague. And the other heroes have to, like, fight through that in order to stop it. Meanwhile, you've got fucking Millennium and Morgana just tearing ass all through the world. And rather than attack London, Morgana suggests, where's the heart of this world? Like, where we can make a real statement? And at first, the Major suggests, how about, I've always wanted to just tear apart London, like, we always plan, like the Reich always planned. And then she's like, no, we need to stab at the real heart of the world. Make a statement if that land can be taken, nowhere can. So they lay siege to Washington D.C. and make sure the whole world is watching. So all the world is watching this. The heroes have to make, like, a big stop while Star is kind of reeling from, finding out that her mom, she had an aunt that she didn't know about. It is also, like, the Queen of Fear. That's wonderful. Another lost history of the Butterfly family. But Moon never knew about her either, so this was a shock to her as well, where Moon discovers, oh shit, I had a sister that I never knew of? What the hell? And it turns out, her mom actually mind-wiped her. Moon was mind-wiped as a child, because she was about 4 when Morgana, went rogue. So Moon's mother, mind-wiped her. So now there's, like, this cycle of, between her mom, Moon, the entire Butterfly family, has just been nothing but pain and anger. So now all the remaining heroes who aren't corrupted and fighting through that fear have to like get through that. And meanwhile, Star confronts Morgana. The two battle, and Star during the fight takes her own wand and combines it with her wand, infuses it into one. To essentially, she takes the wand, she takes ownership of the wand, and blasts Morgana with it. And in order to keep that evil from, spreading again, Star has to, like, take ownership of the wand from now on. And also, she takes on the title of the Queen of Fear. Because there has to be. Like the Major says, like, oh yeah, you thought you could just beat her and be done with it? Here's the thing. You kind of need this, you need her. She is Morgana there needs to be balance. There needs to be fears and pain in the world. Like, if you took out Morgana, you took out that, you took away that fear. You took away everything. So, basically, you're screwed, buddy. You're up shit creek, so Star has to take on the identity of the Queen of Fear at the end of it all. So there you go, guys. That is pretty much my brief idea for a Fear Itself adaptation, loosely, of that comic event with cartoons. Anyway, so you guys tell me in the comments below, what do you guys think of this story? Do you guys like it, hate it? Comment below, let me know. Once again, I'm Mr. Multiverse. I'll see you next time in the Multiverse.